Hi there, this is Maria, and I'm here to show you about the Gateway. The Gateway is a part of our general website for the world's largest ghost hunt, National Ghost Hunting Day, that is special and can only be accessed by you, participants. So you will all be getting a exclusive login and password where you can utilize to get inside the gateway where you'll find lots of tools on how to optimize that day. It explains all about our process, both on the ghost hunting end as well as the metaphysical end. It even shows you how to optimize your live stream as well as your how to promote your event and the world's largest ghost hunt. So, being said, let's go ahead straight to the URL scroll bar and put in largestghosthunt.com. Okay, largestghosthunt.com will navigate to the National Ghost Hunting Day website. Okay, that's just a shortcut. So you can either retrieve it through www.nationalghosthuntingday.com or just type in largestghosthunt.com, which is, by the way, our hashtag. Okay, simple enough. Now we're going to go to your special place, which is the members login, and it will bring you up where you submit your username. And normally the username will be your first and last name together, no space. And then I already have my password in there, so you can always choose to remember me to make that easy and then log in. Simple. Here you'll see that you are in the participants gateway, and we have our little motto there about unity is strength. When there's teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. So this is what we're trying to do with this gateway, is get you all unified with the same process. So it gives you a little welcome. It does ask you to please consider starting with the tools to prepare, because these are your fundamentals, both again on the ghost hunting event or process, as well as the metaphysical. Very important to start off right from the basics. So as you scroll down, you'll see the four areas that we try to help you with, your tool sections. First is the tools to prepare, which should be your first stop. Then there's the tools for live streaming. That's to optimize your IT performance and the live streaming to the world. Tools for promotion, promoting your team, promoting the world's largest ghost hunt. And then, of course, tool for the day. This is where you go at the day of, or maybe the day before, just to make sure you've got everything all tucked away. It makes it very, very simple. Okay, so let's start with tools for prepare, and this will take you to basically four sections. You can get a quick overview, and if you click on that, it tells you one page all about the process in one sheet overview. This is something that you can print if you want, and if you hit I guess there is a little print button up here. There it is. You can use that to print it, and it will do that. Or you can go into the preparation guide. Now this is a little beefier. Okay, these are 14 pages, and even has a table of contents so you can navigate around. It tells you a little bit about the general setup, some of our background, some of the experiences from years past. Interesting read. And then your timeline and how to deal with the live streaming and all the time zones around the world and how that's going to do. This is even important for veterans, because veterans, we used to all do gunshot start, and we used to all go hunt at the same 2 hours around the globe. It's different this year. So I truly recommend that every one of you read this stuff. It tells you about our social media access, how to do your press releases, how's it set up, and then it goes into the metaphysical process. So it gets pretty intense on the 14. So if you just want to read this, you probably cover it all. But we made it easy for you. We created these little sections that will be better for you. One is the metaphysical preparation. This is an overview of how you're going to conduct the metaphysical process. In other words, how are you going to communicate with the dead, and how are you going to protect yourselves? And we've done a lot of investment of volunteers, of metaphysical committee of almost 30 metaphysicians from around the world. And this is where you can get kind of an overview of what to expect, how to prepare prior to the event, the purpose, the basic principles, and our questions. So it's again really high level overview. Most people will warrant and appreciate the bridge experiment. This is where the core of what we do and how it gets translated through the communication from the dead during the world's largest ghost hunt after we do this collective consciousness process. Okay? So if we go to the bridge experiment, our metaphysical team did a really incredible job. Lots of work involved with this in conjunction with Brian Cano. He's the one that actually started the bridge experiment back in 2016. He's with us again, and we do have a metaphysical committee up in Philadelphia, actually metaphysical command center. And this is what they put together in order to help us all gather on the bridge. What is a bridge? Basically, it's collective consciousness, where we formulate a gateway, almost a process to reach the spiritual world through this formulated bridge that we're connecting with. The metaphysical workers around the world will help you reach this bridge. That's why it's so critical that you are part of this. They will be having a couple of Zoom calls to help you with this, but in the meanwhile, you have this. So it tells you about the details and the concept, the process to follow, how the investigation is organized, and the requirements. Okay, how do you prepare for it? And then the investigational parameters, opening invocation, and then it breaks down to 2 hours, hour 1 and hour 2. Now, most people say, well, Maria, the live stream is only 1 hour. You choose when to start this and which hour you want to focus and tell the world with. Some people prefer hour 1, some people prefer hour 2. It really doesn't matter because they're both powerful. So just keep that in mind as you do this. During that process, we do the questions. So we have questions for number 1, the first hour, and then questions for the second hour. And of course, we want to close those portals in communication with the dead. And so we have a sequel here that actually help us with this. We do have a COVID-19 backup in the event that things kind of get shut down again in September. So we're ready. We have plans for you, and this is what we'll follow. We'll probably be communicating a lot with you before that anyway. And here are some of the diagrams that were done by our metaphysical team as approved by Brian Cano in order to prepare for the bridge. Okay? Well, this is incredible. This little piece here is all worth it to you to discuss it, to get together with your metaphysical light workers that will be involved with you, okay, during the world's largest ghost hunt. Then we're going to go back and go to the first page, which is, let's see. Okay, the tools for the live stream. Okay, these are critical things that you should think about using. How to use a StreamYard. See, StreamYard is your production platform where you will actually be using, instead of Facebook, it's actually easier than Facebook. You're using StreamYard, and it will keep it nice and crisp and organized. You'll be able to label it with your team's logo, but banners on it, but you need to prepare to do it well. Okay, so using StreamYard, our IT team has gotten together and created this, how to do it. All members of the world's largest ghost can get one free premier membership to StreamYard for 1 month. So during that month, I would strongly recommend that you consider testing and using live yard stream StreamYard, excuse me, StreamYard in order to know how to use it on the day of. Don't open up StreamYard for the first time on the day of the hunt. That is catastrophic. You'll look clumsy, you will not look polished, and you want to show off your best colors to the world during that StreamYard. Now from here, this StreamYard will actually connect to the Spirit Realm network. So we'll do the hard part, but as long as you follow these very basically three basic steps, you'll be all good. There are some limitations, also maybe there's six. There are some limitations with iPhone folks, so we've got this all here for you. So you can use the Android or a PC. iPhones are not well supported on during with StreamYard, and we'll get you more details and some workarounds and you can do it for iPhone users. Then I put in some really great article videos that you can just click and go to for the purpose of getting more information. And then there's your platform, your playlist for StreamYard if you want to even do more. But these are the basic ones that will help you do a great job during the live stream. Okay, great. Then the next thing is optimizing your phone. So your phone has to work as premium as possible. Most people do not use cameras. They use, or video cameras, I should say. They'll use their phone. So we do got some ways to make those stripes go higher and higher. And this is some videos that we put together for that purpose. Okay. And then we have optimized your live stream. And this is a document that we put together because we have noticed that sometimes during live streams, we don't do our best. We're paranormal investigators. We're not videographers. Here are some great tips to make sure that your live stream is viewed multiple times because it's a good live stream. And here are some tips for that. Okay. All right, so that's basically the tools for live streaming and the best performance of your video. Then the next one is tools for promoting. And this is where you tell the world about your event, what you're doing, and the process. Okay, we did put in here a press release that you can actually download as a Word document. We do ask you to make sure that anything in red, let me show you how it looks like. Anything in red like this and this, once you start editing it, is replaced with your information. You can change some of the wordings here, but do not change the style. I will tell you, press releases, when they're sent out to journalists or radio broadcasters, etc., they want the same format as what you see here. This is industry standard. If they don't get it this way, they will toss it off. So make sure you send them this Word document, not a PDF, a Word document with your information. So you want to save this as your own, right? And then make sure you edit your information on here. Try to keep some of the content here because this content has been made to essentially be attractive for journalists to pick up because it has human interest stories. Okay, it goes into our process, it goes into our command center, it goes into our metaphysical process, and all along has also our information on how to get a hold of us. There are some infographics. You may include your own as well, and that way they can put this and publish it all around the world. Again, don't forget to add your location here and your location. Now this little part here, that's the plus, the pound sign must remain there because that tells them that's the end of the article. If it's not there, they will again not accept it. So if you have any questions about these kind of press releases, be sure to ask me. I don't have a problem helping you with that. Okay, and then we have these event sites that you can put in your event at no cost. They're free. So for instance, the one that's the biggest one is Craigslist, and people don't know that Craigslist has an event section. People don't use it that much. There's not a lot of competition. So, but people do look for events there because, and usually they'll look for events that are free or or little cost. Well, your live stream is perfect for that. They'll never, I mean, yours is going to be distinctive. It's going to stand out. So make sure to use your Craigslist links. And then we have others. Again, just a click away and they'll get you there. Okay. All right. And then how to promote your event. This is just a little informational sheet on what you can do to help promote your event. This is more for live events, but also you can use this to leverage out your live streaming as well. Okay, really good information there. Okay, then we're going to go into the last section, which is a section you will pull in right before the ghost hunt. And this here is includes two little quick things. So maybe the day before, you can print these out. You can open them. One of them is a checkoff list, and it says, "Have you done this? Have you done that?" And it tells you. So there's basically only seven. Excuse me, only seven sections. It will give you links to connect to those seven sections. So yeah, it's really good place to make sure that you got all your ducks in a row. No pun intended with StreamYard. But it will be useful for you because we all forget when we get a little bit, excited towards the end and forget to do very valid and important things. Okay, including how to do the evidence and how to submit it and how to collect it. So that's important. It's all there. And collecting the evidence, speaking of which. Basically, with collecting the evidence, you're going to have 2 pages that you will print out before the event. Okay? So you have page 1 and then you have page 2. Okay? So you'll print this out, and the recorder, what we call the person that documents the evidence and the occurrences during the event, will be the one managing these 2 pages. They're very simple to follow. Once that's done and collected, you can use those to transfer to our electronic form that follows exactly the same format as page 1 and page 2. Okay, so once you do that, you take a couple of days off, a few days, as long as we get it by November 11th, we ask you, that gives us about 4 weeks to prepare for the reveal that we're going to be doing in Las Vegas Para Unity Conference. So that's important. Okay, so essentially, these are your 4 toolkits: how to prepare, how to run your live stream, how to promote your event, and the tools for the day. So it's quick and easy and gets you on the way to success on September 25. So if you have any questions about how to do all of this, make sure you give me a info at nationalghosthuntingday.com. Look me up as Geister in the Facebook, or reach out to you're going to be getting some what we call coaches that will help you through this process as well. So in fact, that's probably where you should start because you'll get a faster response from them, because I'm kind of gotten a lot of fire, rods in my fire. So I may not respond as quickly as I should be, but that's why we have coaches to help you with this. Okay? So again, thank you for doing this. I hope this works, and enjoy the gateway. Just go in there, start browsing. That's all you need to do. Take care.